Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where in the last episode we went through a lot. We're now suspicious of the two men who were on the top of the omnibus, but at the same time I still don't really trust our client, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Everything's really crazy, but we're cross-examining them and there's just a lot going on. So let's continue on. Yes, my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial. Evidence? No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Precisely. Okay. Can I examine? Like if I pretend I'm going to present. Yeah, maybe? How do I... Can I climb up and look at it? Or just look at it like here? So the skylight was fastened shut before. But now the catch has been undone, so we should be able to open it. Okay. Now what? Do I go in? Can I... Kind of awkward angle. You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes. Ooh, sorry. My throat hasn't woken up yet. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Okay, is there anything else we're wanting to look at while we're looking inside? Maybe let me just go in and see. Okay, let's go in. So we saw that already. Let's look up then. Anything else we want to discuss? Oh, wait. Wait. What is that? Hold on. Oop. Gotta turn it like this. That? Oh my gosh. Was that there before? Maybe we just couldn't see it because we couldn't open? Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Why someone like me? Is she like Maya, always wanting to do violence against Phoenix? But she wants to do it against Ryunosuke. Ah! What is it? Look, just here. Look at this. That's without question. It's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Okay. There's blood stain visible on the frame of the skylight when it's open. Okay, I think that's what we needed. But I don't know if it was there before, because we couldn't see it before, so... Hold on. First thing about the victim. Should I press on this? Because we just opened it.
Hold it!
But we know now that the skylight does in fact open. And what's more, the catch that secures it is found on the roof deck side.
This is getting flaming onkus. This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd. That's right. Neither of us even knew the skylight had a catch. If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. And if we didn't open it, we couldn't have kicked the fellow down.
Please, where is this idea about kicking the victim through the skylight coming from?
Whoever designed these carriages anyway, fancy not being able to open the skylight from the inside, that's true. What about breaking wind? Didn't they think about that? There's no point having a skylight if it can't spare you embarrassment, is there?
We're really getting off topic here.
If you actually have a point, pray do enlighten the rest of us. I'll tell you what my point is. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Well, I happen to have proof now. Now that we have this bloodstain.
Objection!
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom.
What? That's utter humbug. Ugh, you can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom.
Counsel?
My lord? Oh, wrong voice. What the fuck was that, Binks?
My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay, they're talking about it again. I clicked the wrong button then. Yes. Okay, but they probably did that just so that people could discover it. In case they didn't before. Okay, now we can present.
Got it!
Got it!
By Jupiter, is that blood?
Ugh.
This blood stain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open.
What?
And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my!
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
No! It's just weird. Why? I really don't see a motive for them killing that guy, you know? It's just strange to me. Even, like, we still don't know enough about Mr. McGilded's relationship with the victim either. So this is all just strange to me.
Order, order, order!
And the whole role of Lestrade, I don't know what Gina has anything to do with it per se, you know? It's just weird.
Hold it!
Oh, he got a voice line. Okay.
But, 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 but the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. Ugh. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain if you see. Yeah, but that wasn't there before. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No.
But it can't be if it's all lies.
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
A chilling performance, Mr. McGill did.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Von Zeeks?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, my voice is gonna make every voice is gonna sound raspy. I don't know why, but maybe it's because of the dryness of winter. But I think my throat is like dried out, even though I drank water before I started recording. So everybody's gonna have a little rasp to them, unfortunately. Alas. I'll make sure after this episode that I will go drink some more water and maybe some tea. Yeah, that should lubricate my throat. Don't think nasty thoughts, please.
That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety.
Surety. I never liked that. Surety sounds weird. Certainty is what I prefer.
No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. But are you suggesting, Lord Von Zeeks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes, and while this court has been in session.
Okay, yeah. That's what it's looking like. When the smoke bombs and all of that happened. I mean, the only person I can think of who might have done it was Gina, because I don't think the defendant could have done that while he was in custody. So when she set off the smoke bomb, she did that? But why? Why is she helping Mr. McGilded so much? Sorry. I was in the middle of yawning.
What?
What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Von Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. Ah. See, I know he's shady. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that the case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGildy's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Von Zeeks, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, Counsel?
Oh, no.
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Counsel? Uh-oh.
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session.
My learned friend, here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. Uh-oh. Putting me on the spot.
As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think...
Oh boy. We know it was possible. But I'm curious what happens if you lie. This game is making me really want to do, you know, bad stuff. It's making me want to choose bad options. Let's go back and see what happens if you lie. Is he gonna not let me?
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You've fallen silent. I want to say that it's out of the question. I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? But for some reason, I just can't bring myself to say it. But the omnibus has been in full view of everyone in the courtroom the entire time.
It's like, dang it, Ryunosuke, let me lie. Oh, it's one of those. Boo. Alright, I'm not gonna bother lying anymore. Oh, let me at least continue to see how this goes.
It is out of the question that someone could have tampered with it, surely, isn't it? Oh my. You don't think... Might it actually have been possible? As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here.
Alright, yeah. Alright, let's go be a good person. I don't think it really matters, but Yeah, I had a feeling that was the point. Okay. Something even more at stake. Yeah.
There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Oh,
Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel.
of course, he's a jerk making me say it, though.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit. I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take as a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What is going on?
Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Yep.
The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
It's always weird when they say to steal when they don't mean actually stealing things. But it is a phrase they use.
Are you wise?
Here we go. He's angry at us again.
What are you trying to pull, you rotten feckless googer?
Gouger? Maybe Gouger.
Feckless gouger?
You're supposed to be defending me. 'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. Ugh. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies such as...
Come on. List all the stuff that I noticed.
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items.
Yep.
Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
And then the pool of blood on the floor.
Unfortunately, Lord Von Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think?
Sorry?
We saw that. About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? Yep. The pool of blood on the floor.
My lord.
Yes, counsel.
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back. Silence, McGilded. The court awaits Vance's clarification.
Oh boy.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception.
Yeah, McGilded is totally acting like the criminal, so I really think he did it now. It's just crazy, you know? Yet again, we have another defendant we have to defend who's really not a good person, who's not innocent. But I think this is the first time that Ryunosuke has encountered this. We know Phoenix has, so now it's Ryunosuke's turn.
What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial?
It's on the floor. Yeah.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good Lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, Counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that that was a very careless slip of the tongue.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there is at least a possibility that the evidence is fake.
Mm. Ah! Okay. This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded, you're having your breakdown, as if you're confessing you're the criminal.
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant.
'Tis over, I tell you. Oh boy, he's acting creepy and crazy.
Ugh.
What right does he have to say, oh no, it's over? Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. 'Tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now.
Well,
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, the good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord,
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence,
this is crazy.
I forget to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Oh lord.
Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Von Zeeks, what is your position?
This is crazy. He's really gonna get away with this?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter.
See, in the modern times, we could have just, like, have another day to examine and you know, investigate more. and we had science on our side as well. Um, but for some reason, because of how things are back then, I think we really just were out of options. And oh wow, I just can't believe it. Is this the ending for real? He's just gonna get away with it?
I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Instead of calling, because they didn't have a mistrial back then, I guess, because this is like a mistrial to me. And with mistrials, yeah, they kind of get away with it. But I think they still have a chance to. I'm trying to remember, with a mistrial, does double jeopardy apply or no? I don't think so. I think with a mistrial, I think they can charge them again later. Um, it's when they're officially found guilty or not guilty that the whole double jeopardy thing applies, I think. I'm kind of rusty on my legalese. I definitely, if you guys want to, clarify it in comments or something and remind me, yes, a mistrial, you can still be tried later or not, I would appreciate it. I'm too tired and I don't want to look it up and delay this episode any longer. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But this is crazy.
Yes.
Which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, snap. Is this like... Does this really affect things? Oh man, why does this game more than any other, it's giving me all these difficult choices, like, I don't know. I think he could be guilty, but I don't know. I don't really believe he's innocent. This is rough. I guess we're gonna do the right thing and not lie.
I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man?
Ooh.
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me.
Oh, snap.
Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question? Are you of sound mind?
Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was. A grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles.
I think we just made an enemy, because I feel like he's gonna want revenge later against us.
Your job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. The trial can't go on any more. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
God, he's so evil. But everybody knows he's evil. I think they can all tell he's bad.
I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming, and the unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
The stinking rich are always guilty of something. Yeah, mark my words.
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park.
Hmm.
Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection!
But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord von Zieks.
This music is different.
My lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple.
Oof.
If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
Ooh. Ooh. Damn.
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured.
He's actually defending him. Wow.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What? Well, Lord Von Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fellow, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Ah,
Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to proceed this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Yeah, that's what's gonna have to happen.
Magnus be guilted.
Oh, good grief! You've more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Ooh. Alright. This is definitely gonna continue maybe in the last case of the game or something.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
Damn. He even gets confetti? Did confetti exist back then? Oh, and fireworks inside the courtroom? Come on. You don't deserve all that. I'm surprised that was even possible. Damn.
I can't believe it.
This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more.
What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent.
Wow. This is crazy. Can't believe it.
With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us.
So we get to be a lawyer now, but this is crazy. Ooh, I wanted to end the episode, but since we're at the end, might as well just power through it. February 18th, 5:14 p.m.
That certainly was a long trial.
It sure was.
Yes, it was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Mr. Sato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy.
Hmm.
The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that.
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection.
Oi, that you did. Oh. Gina's with him too.
Mr. McGill did. And that girl is with him too.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure yous must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely. Kind of weird to do it inside a building rather than outside, but whatever.
I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man, then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Ah, 'tis water under the bridge. I don't know if I believe that, but okay.
Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
But nothing's resolved.
There's only one thing that matters to me.
Oh?
Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and obstinate deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters into hand, put matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Okay.
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Ah, Ara, be whist. You're a humble people, are you? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this still and all. You deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom?
What's this, officer?
'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for the inspection. What?
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again? Now?
Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing me best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too.
Why are you helping him? Oh. She's gonna hit you. Run!
Don't move. Or as I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're a grown-up,
Sorry?
and I ain't all grown-ups. Oh, who's this? Ah, there you are. It's her! Oh! Her music is so cute. Oh, she's so cute. She's really cute, and I like her music. So this is a character that I've been waiting to see. It took a long time for her to appear. Damn. Let's see. What voice do I give her? Let's see.
Naughty, naughty, running off like that. Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Huh. Oh.
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Oh my god. Look whose gun is way bigger.
My gun is much bigger than yours.
Oh god. My throat is so, like, raspy that I can't do her voice justice right now. This is the worst time for you to have a beard.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke...
Oh, she's that smart, huh?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do you have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
So she's a little genius, little girl.
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
What's it? What?
I have no idea what this girl's talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What? What for?
To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician.
What? You mean say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? Huh. I don't listen to no adults.
Come along then, follow me, or I'll shoot you.
Oh my god, she's so cute dangerous. I feel like she's a very dangerous little girl.
Fine. Have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours.
Oh my god, this is such a meme. Oh my god, I love it. She's so cute. I love her already.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too?
Yes, you're right, but where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour... excuse me. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
Oh dear.
Oh, she's crying. Look at her eyes. Oh, that's so cute. Did she have that when they were talking about a sogi before? Damn.
That doesn't sound agreeable.
Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion.
You should have taken it, bro. You worked hard.
And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
All right. Is that it? Oh?
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick!
What the f-
What? How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there. This can't be.
That's his voice. Oh my god. What? That's the end? Whoa. Achievement unlocked, the realm of the Reaper. Holy crap, you guys. I can't believe that was the ending. Who's in there? McGilded? Did somebody kill him or did he kill someone else? Holy crap. How did that happen, though? Do they why did they keep taking their eyes off that damn omnibus? Oh my god, this is insane. I love it. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this case. It was very long, but I enjoyed it. It was crazy. So, I guess next episode we'll be starting episode 4, The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Gosh, that's insane though. I'm excited for episode 5 because it's The Hound of the Baskervilles, which is a classic. I wonder how they're going to twist it. But yeah, wow. Can't believe it. It was on fire. Okay, I need a break. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.